welcome back to the channel, guys. So today I want to talk about the 3 main stock I'll be watching. But before that, I also want to talk about the economic calendar. We're going to have a busy week, and also we have one of the busiest earnings week for this week as well. So let's actually talk about it really quick. So quickly, let me go over the calendar here. Let me move this. All right. So currently, I am on a weekly calendar, and if you look on Monday, we actually started the week with nothing scheduled, really calm week. On Tuesday, we have like a couple of data, we have the consumer confidence, that's a job opening, that's the 2 main data I'll be watching. But the main event for this week will be from Wednesday to Friday, so the last 3 days of the week will be really busy. So for starter, we have ADP employment, but the main event for this week will be FOMC interest rate decision and Fed chair power press conference. All right. So for the interest rate decision, most likely we're gonna have an unchanged scenario while we're not gonna have any rate cut. So definitely we'll see how the market react as Chairman Powell will be actually having his press conference, and right after that, the next day, while we even wanna have more volatility. Right, we're gonna have inflation data, so the PCE data will be released, right? And this right here is a pretty much a good metric for the Fed to decide if they want to cut rate or not. So if you look at on the right side right here, let's see what we have. So if you look on the previous read on PC and core PC, we have 0.2. So for the forecast, we have 0.3. So pretty much set expect to actually rise. The same thing for PC over year. We have 2.3, and the forecast is 2.5 as well. So again, set to actually rise year over year. The only thing staying flat is the core PC year over year, pretty much 2.7 right here. So if this right here has a major change, if it actually rise as well, higher than expectation, that can actually cause the market to actually go down really aggressively. So definitely worth watching that. And if you swing from Wednesday to Thursday, that's something to actually pay attention to. And on Friday, while we have more data, we have employment data as well. So swinging this week will be kind of crazy, or it's gonna be really volatile. Can make a lot of money, can also be a lot crazy. And definitely, actually, that's something you guys need to be aware of when trading this week. Alright, so let's also talk about the earning calendar as well. So we have a lot of companies releasing earnings this week. So on the big tech. Alright, so if it's on Monday, some companies, but Tuesday that's when we have some more fun companies. We have Visa, we have SoFi, we have PayPal, we have Boeing, we have Spotify, we have Starbucks as well. So the company I'm pretty much interested in. On Wednesday we have Meta, we have Microsoft, we have Robinhood, we have Carvana, Qualcomm, and what do I like to watch? I would say as well, and maybe LCI. I haven't been trading LCI at all because the contract pretty weird, but that's what we have here. And on Thursday, busy earning after hour. So we have Apple, Amazon, Coinbase, Reddit, Roku, Cloudflare, Roblox, CVS, AbbVie, Norwegian Cruise Airline, and on Friday, ExxonMobil, Chevron. All right, so busy earning this week. So not only we have major data that will be coming, pre-market, we're also gonna have after our price action. So swinging this week gonna be really crazy. I will see how I want to actually manage the market here, but definitely I'll probably navigate the market in a more defensive way. So let's quickly go on the chart really quick. All right. So if I go on the chart here, so first let's talk about SPY and see where we are right now and see how we actually traded last week. So we pretty much been in a really bullish price action lately. All right, and you can see that we again made a new all-time high at this level. Let me pull up my drawing. All right, we actually reached that all-time high at this level right here, and we actually broke that previous high at that level a couple of weeks, like about 1 month ago. All right, so pretty much break that level and pretty much pushing pretty nice, and you can also see the level of volume rising up, which is a good sign as we actually going up. Alright, so pretty much the bullishness on the price action is literally there. So making it really careful, hard to actually short the market, and you have to be really good on timing the short that you want to cash. You shouldn't stay too long. So far we'll see, and then and on the weekend right here we actually have some type of good news. So there's a good chance the market open green. We will see. We'll see how the market react at all-time high here with those news. We have a couple of trade news with Trump, with the Europe or Europe Union. What's the word? Europe Union, and also China and US decided to extend their tariff negotiation for another 90 days. All right. So here, we have a nice bullish price action. And with our web, can we go from here? So here again on Monday, it's gonna be a calm day, no major news, but we have some trade news, so that can actually affect the market and actually set the tone for the week from Monday. So here the price is bullish, so it will be easier to actually trade with the price, the trend to be to the upside. But always, I would say, look for the pullback right here. But if you look on the daily time frame, we pretty much are pushing. We haven't had a major pullback since here. We have a pullback right here, and we pretty much are moving right here. Here we're supposed to have a pullback. We actually only have a consolidation or pullback. We usually slow down and keep pushing really hard. So I'm still watching for a pullback to see if the buyer will be strong to actually buy the pullback, so we can actually go for a higher price. We'll see. Again, we have news that actually hit the market on Sunday. We'll see if we actually gap up. So if we gap up, we'll see where kind of level we're going to be watching. So pre-market will actually give us a good idea about where, about what kind of level we need to watch. But so far, as we actually hear, let's say they start the good news, they decide to actually pull back. On the level I'm watching is the 628 level. All right. 628 level, that's something I'm watching to see if we can actually come back and actually test it. And that's about 10-point move down in general. So the market is going to be really, really volatile this week, we have a lot of earnings and also a lot of news. So I have that lower level that we have here, so really important. So from where we are right now to here, that's about 4.4%, right? So it's a big range for SPY, but it's still, it's still possible. In 5 days, it's gonna be really crazy that happen. Go for all the way to here, but we'll see how we actually trade. At least it's gonna be the range for where I'm looking to see that we can actually trade. About 5% either up or down, then I'm gonna have that range there to actually have an idea in general. So I'm not gonna be too deep in this, so I'm gonna let it alone. But one of the names I'm watching is gonna be American Airlines, and it's not because of the technical aspect to it. It's just like this actually had a bad catalyst, a bad news to it. So if you follow my social media, I definitely talk about I share a reel where showing passengers leaving the plane because the plane actually had to force the plane down, or I think the plane caught the fire or something. So right here, this fire can actually take a hit to the downside. So I might look at the stock and see if I can actually catch a put position, catch a downside with this negative news. Definitely watching. And if you even look at the stock itself, it's been kind of bearish in the sense where it's been weak, right? The stock been trending down, and right here we have a major bear flag that might be broken with that kind of news that will be coming pretty soon, right? So if you look at the weekly time frame, you can even see the bear flag really nice. So we actually have the impulse right here, boom, and the bear flag looks like this. All right, so we have that bear flag. So the bear flag is pretty much like a bearish pattern that we see in the market. So as we actually break that level, we can actually have an aggressive move, all right, to the downside and retest that low right here. So I'm definitely watching to see how it actually plays out. And this right here, that weekly candle was pretty red last week and also had earnings. So with this news that actually came out, I want to see how we open on Monday, and I might look to actually catch the continuation. So if it's going to 4 hour, all right, we have a major trend line that needs to actually be broken right here. All right, and with that news, there's a good chance that can be broken. If despite that news, this is able to hold because we have a demand level at this level after we bought that trend line that we can actually go and bounce. So that's something I'll be watching as well. So if I see the price action coming down that way and I started bouncing, then this might be a good candidate to actually catch the upside with that target at the top right here. All right, because this right here has a negative news or negative cloud, dark cloud above it. So it will be easier to actually go down. But if the sellers are not strong enough to actually do that, then buyers will actually take, the dip and actually push higher. And I want to actually catch the, even though I can be bearish because of the news. Again, this is mainly on news, so that's what I'm looking to see. I want to see the selling pressure. If I don't see it, then I might look for like the buying level on that name. Pretty simple. Um, so yeah, let's talk about another name I'm watching. So I want to talk about Apple, but Apple actually had earnings this week. All right, and this right here, there's a good chance for like they do pretty well. That I mean, they will do well on earnings. At least it will push on earnings. All right. So far, Apple pretty much been slowing down a little bit on the price action compared to other names. Again, the market is at all-time high. It is not near all-time high at all. Pretty much getting stuck below, inside that supply zone. I did talk to you. People will be following me about Apple. I actually analyze this stock pretty often, and I talk about this stock pretty often. All right, especially at the 200 level right here. I said this is the pivot level on Apple, and what I'm be above it. And we have earnings coming out this week and inside that supply zone. So if you go to the daily time frame, all right, the time frame, the red candle again is that supply zone that the buyers need to actually clear it. So every time we actually come down here, we have a selling pressure, selling pressure, selling pressure. Here we actually gonna sell, we actually hold it, at that level, and you see it's trying to push, trying to actually leave that zone. All right. So earnings, all right, on Thursday, I think it's on Thursday, yeah, on Thursday or Wednesday afternoon. All right, this gonna be a big major factor. Either we're gonna gap up or gap down. All right, we can actually guide down all the way down to the 200 or go for the 2225 level right here and even higher. So we'll see where we actually trade by Wednesday. All right. So if we leave that supply right here, we can actually go above 218 or 280.5. All right. Above that, to the good chain that will be showing a lot of bullish, all right, bullish sign for the earnings. So I'll also look at the offshore flow as well to see what kind of big order coming into the market. And so far, I like we're actually having like high, low right here, high, pretty much a higher low. Now we need to go and make a new higher high compared to this high, right? And actually try to push higher and actually create an uptrend here on the daily time frame. You can see that better on the 4 hour as well, right here. Boom. So nothing crazy here. Let's talk about the next name. I'm not trying to make this video too long. All right. So one name I'm also watching would be, Amazon had earnings as well. We have AMD. AMD was pretty much on the biggest winner, all right, for the past couple of weeks. So AMD, it looks pretty nice. So the reason why I want to talk about this is, let me actually create a chart a little bit. I don't need all those levels at the bottom right here. All right. Create this. All right. So AMD pretty much has been having a nice uptrend. I can see that stock actually having nice reversal play lately. So if you look at from this strong selling pressure right here, we pretty much have a reversal right here. Pretty much recover most of it right from the high right here. We're not even far from it. All right, pretty much like about to actually hit that pretty soon. So this was a strong reversal. All right, pretty easy price action to trade. All right, the trade was the stocks pretty much mainly in the uptrend. Right, moving. When we talk about uptrend, we pretty much move like this. All right, pretty much move like this. That's how the price action move, and that's why you see here on AMD. Right, pretty much moving the same way as well. At the same pattern. So clear uptrend, buying pressure, strong. Yeah, we came here trying to fill that gap. Right, we didn't even fill that gap. Almost like I would say 90% of it, bounced it, and for the next 3 days, push it really high. Volume confirm the move, beautiful, and we actually clear the 163 level, and now the price is about like 166.5. That's where it is right now, and it can push way higher. So I'm bullish on AMD in general, but I'm not looking to buy right away. I want to see buying pressure continue, because I think this can actually go and test the 172 to 176. So I'm gonna have the 172 here. All right, let me have it 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 here 172. All right. So the 172 level can actually go and hit the target to the upside, which is about 6 point move right from where we are right now. So I want to go to the 4 hour really quick and show how we pretty much have a nice move right here after that pullback. All right. Again, that's what I like to actually teach my student. If you have a big move right here, wait for the pullback, look for a nice pullback entry and catch the biggest input right here. The same here, all right, pullback and actually catch input can go all the way up here. All right, so we can see back again, test this level before going because we recently break that level. All right, so we'll see again how the market move. This right here is pretty much one of the good candidates to actually watch for more upside because it's been pretty strong, and I like it to the upside. All right, and I would like it to the downside if we lose. All right, the 163, specifically the 162.8. All right, that level that I have here. If we lose that, then we can actually go back and actually trade inside that that zone right here, inside that range. That's something I'm watching as well. So I'm not gonna make this video too long, so I'm gonna stop here. But that's like the couple name I'm watching, of the other name I'm watching as well. But I'm not gonna go too deep into this video. This video is about only 17 minutes. So I'm gonna stop here. Thanks for watching. Make sure to actually let me know in the comment what's your top watch, and let me know how you're trying to play to actually trade it. See you on another video.